Welcome in, welcome in, Chargers fans. You guys might be able to see my fiance in the top corner of the video. Today we're just going to be running through the Chargers schedule that was dropped yesterday. There's always a lot of stuff that you can pull from the schedule each year. Just at first glance, I didn't love it. We have a middle to slightly early bye, I think, and just we don't play great teams coming off of like the Thursday night game. I think we played the Jags, but I'll get into that all later. So basically I'm gonna be going through each game and seeing um who who we play for each game each week, when our bye is, and then also what teams we play who are coming off of bye weeks, what teams we play who are coming off of Thursday night games, Monday night games, stuff like that. Just it's important to look out for teams coming off of byes and Thursday night games just because they've had at times an extra week or an extra couple days to prep for your game, and those are normally a little bit more difficult matchups. So, not much for the first 2 weeks other than yes, pretty big revenge game for us. Our home opener against the Las Vegas Raiders. Very volatile game. We could blow them out, and we should blow them out. On paper, we are worlds better than the Raiders in at nearly every single position, possibly at every single position. They have some pretty good weapons on offense. Their wide receiver one obviously is better than ours. Their tight end one is obviously better than ours. But overall, our roster is just significantly better than theirs. Coach is better than theirs. Our quarterback is way better than theirs. So, and I'm also going to be going through my predictions for each game. So I'm going to, for the first three AFC West games, I'm just going to say all wins, last three all losses, 3-3 within the division. So Sunday, home opener at, what time would that be? 3:25 game for Central Time. And then week 2, we're at Kansas City on Thursday night. So it's a quick turnover for our first Thursday night game. But I do like having our first Thursday night game early in the year, just because if you have a Thursday night game later in the season, there's a little bit more accumulation of tread and injuries, and there's a little bit more gassed for that Thursday night game, but we should still be pretty fresh even after week 1 against the Raiders, just because it's still week 2. We should have a good amount of energy heading into that game. It is at Arrowhead, and it's, I think, the first ever Prime Video televised game, and that's at 7:15. I will also say that this one should be a win. Justin Herbert is 2-0 against the Chiefs at Arrowhead, I'm pretty sure. So let's make that 3-0. Actually, let's go through. I'm going to be doing this for most teams. Who do the Chiefs play week 1? Chiefs play at the Bears week 1. So that's not too much of a travel, and that won't be that tough of a game for them. So we both have home games, or they have an away game. We have a home game, and then we have to travel to Kansas City. But I will chalk that one up as a dub. Week 3, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. I guess I might as well pull up their schedule to see who they're going to be coming off of playing. But I was hoping that we would be playing a pretty good team just so that we could have time to prepare. But we're just going to have more time to prepare to blow out the... Oh, was that the Chiefs? Let me go back real quick. I might have... Yeah, that was preseason. So they play at Arizona. Okay. So that's a little bit further travel for them. Um, Sunday afternoon game. So yeah, still not changing anything there. They just have to travel a little bit further than I thought. But as I was saying, the Jags, we're just gonna have more time to prepare for them and most likely blow them out. I would guess they have away game and then home game, and then wow, they have to come to Los Angeles too. So obviously that is going to be a win. I would chalk that up at least. See, I want all hard games to come off like a bye week or a Thursday night game, or to at least be home games. And the more games of these when we play like a really bad team, when we've had a lot of time to prepare, and they're also home games. Not a huge fan of, but chalk that one up as a dub. And then at Houston Texans week 4, not shortchanging the Texans this year. That game just traumatized most Chargers fans. Why am I blind? There we go. So we play them week 4, and they will be coming off of 2 away games. They're all on Sunday. Wow. Not much variation in the Texan schedule. All like noon games. That's kind of funny. So I guess that's good. I'm not anticipating the Texans being that great again this year, so once again going to say that this is a win. And I also think that it is nice that they are coming off of back-to-back away games, so they will have been on the road a little bit. That's a little tiny bit added advantage. Chargers next game will be week 5 at Cleveland Browns, so we have a little road trip here. 2 back-to-back noon games. I mean, these are a lot of winnable games. Obviously, starting off with 2 pretty tough games, but then back-to-back very winnable games. And the good part about playing the Browns week 5 is that I would be pretty surprised if Deshaun Watson, first of all, I would be a tiny bit surprised if he plays, but I would be even more surprised if he doesn't get suspended. I would guess like 6 games maybe. It obviously depends on what comes out. If it comes out that he actually did all that stuff, he's probably not going to play in the NFL again. But I think most of it will be dismissed. I still would have to anticipate a suspension from the commissioner or whatever committee is in charge of that. So playing Cleveland earlier in the year is good. They might not have Deshaun Watson. They also don't really have any receivers. Their team in general almost has to take a step back. Obviously, if they have Deshaun, they're going to take a step forward because he is an upgrade over Baker. But week 4, they play. Do they not have a preseason? Might just not be out. So they will be coming off of playing Atlanta. That won't be that tough of a game, but it is in away game at Atlanta at least. And then, so we're not playing them coming off of their Thursday night game. Atlanta is, so that's unfortunate for Atlanta. But I would definitely say that this should be a win. 10-9, that's October. Shouldn't be any snow on the ground around that time. There's a chance, I guess. No, that's beginning of fall. Or like fall. There shouldn't be snow on the ground, so weather also shouldn't impact that game. So I'm saying 5-0 for the start. Who knows about the AFC West games? But week 6, we are coming back home to play the Denver Broncos on Monday Night Football. So we do have a little bit more of a break, an extra day to prepare for our first Broncos game. So I am happy for that. Obviously, they are also going to have that extra day to prepare. Week 5, they will be coming off of playing. Ooh, see, that's just unfortunate. They're coming off playing the Bills on Thursday night, so they're going to have 11 days to prepare for the Chargers game. That's a long time. They're going to come in with a pretty good game plan, my guess would be, but who knows how good Russ is going to be this year. Also chalking this one up as a win just because the first, like I said before, first 3 AFC West games I'm just going to count as wins and the next 3 as losses. But that is unfortunate. So week 6, we're playing the Denver Broncos, but they're coming off of a Thursday night game, so they have little extra time to get healthy and prepare for us. Unfortunate. Week 7, home game against Seattle. I mean, come on. At least we're not playing a great team coming off of the Monday night game because we do have a day less to prepare. And we're going to be staying home, so that's good as well. But let's see who Seattle's playing. Seattle's going to be horrible this year. It almost doesn't even matter who they throw out there as their quarterback. It is going to be ugly. But at least we're playing a bad team coming off of the Monday night game, but it is a home game against a bad team, which is never amazing. And they're just coming off of a normal Sunday game against the Cardinals. See, week 8 bye, that's pretty early. At least it's not week like 6 or 7. But I think that there's like a week 14 bye last year or something. I would just prefer week 11 or 12, something like that. Just so that you can get a little second burst into the last part of your schedule and into the playoffs. Because I feel like that little advantage sort of wears off after a couple weeks. That's probably just me, but Week 9 at Atlanta. See, that's just, at least we're playing the bad team at Atlanta. But coming off of our bye, I really would have liked to be playing either, the 49ers or somebody in our division who will actually be a tough game. And they will be coming off of a Sunday game against the Panthers. Not much to gather from that. Normal couple of weeks for the Falcons. Yeah. Also saying that this one will be a win. And then, so a little 2-game road trip for the Chargers. Yeah, 2 games. At the 49ers on Sunday. I guess that's Sunday Night Football. Yeah. So let's see what the 49ers schedule is like right before us. Because this one could be a tough game. Like Kyle Shanahan, 49ers roster in general, hopefully they trade Debo. And hopefully Trey Lance is not great. Oof, yeah, they're coming off of a bye. See, this might be the first loss. I think that we have a very good chance of beating the 49ers, obviously, but I'm going to say that this is our first loss that I'm going to count just because amazingly coached team, very well-built roster. Trey Lance, he doesn't have to do that much to be an upgrade over Jimmy G, and Jimmy G still got them to the NFC Championship game, I'm pretty sure, and they're coming off of a bye week. They do have a tough stint. I wish that they didn't have that bye because they do have a tough little stint of the Chiefs and then Rams, but that is unfortunate. Never want to play teams coming off their bye, so That's going to be 8-1, or I'm just going to only count losses. So one loss as of week 10. And then Chiefs have to say a loss just because we're probably going to go 3-3 in the division. Let's check out the Chiefs schedule again. So they have a week 8 bye, same as us. Ours was week 9. Am I retarded? No, ours is week 8. So they have the same bye as us, and then 2 back-to-back home games. So overall, not bad. At least we're not catching them off of a bye week or off of like a Thursday night game, but they will have been sitting at home for honestly 3 straight weeks and possibly be pretty fresh going into the Chargers game. So as of right now, it does look like things could get, obviously first 2 games of the season are going to be tough, but it looks like right after the bye things could get a little bit dicey. So that is 2 losses, and then we're at Arizona. At least that one is a home game. Week 12 at Arizona, though. Let's see who they were just playing. Okay, so their bye is right after us, so they will not have gotten a bye week until they play us. And they're coming off of a short week, which is very good, and back-to-back tough games. So I'm going to say that Cardinals roster is honestly pretty depleted. Kyler Murray is a good quarterback, but roster is depleted. DeAndre Hopkins will be back by this time, so any team playing the Cardinals in the first 6 weeks did get a little bit lucky. But I have to say that this one's going to be a win just because they won't have had a bye yet. They're coming off of a Monday night game, and they're coming off of back-to-back pretty difficult games. So that one is a win for me. And then loss to the Raiders. I hope we never lose to the Raiders again. That was too much to bear. They are coming off of, so they have a really early bye, and they play the Texans off their bye. That's good. That is good, but they get a bye week off of a Monday night game, which is a little bit lucky. And then nice, they are coming off of a little bit of a road trip. Broncos, Seahawks. Seahawks isn't that difficult of a game, but then they get us. So I think this could very, very well be a win, but I'm going to say that it is a loss. Once again, just for, I think, more often than not, you're going to go 3-3 in your own division. But this one is a very winnable game. They're coming off of a road trip, and the Raiders suck. Week 14, we get the Dolphins at home. I thought this one was a Sunday night game or something. I guess I'm wrong. So week 14, let's check out the Dolphins schedule. Home game against the Dolphins. Herbert versus Tua. They are Friday game. Oh, wait. Is that just messed up? I'm confused. Week 14 at the Chargers. 5. Oh, this is messed up. 2022 schedule. Let me try and reload it. Because all of the dates were today's date. Bro, are the times not set? I don't know why this is messed up. Either way, they're coming off playing the 49ers, probably not off of a Friday night game. So I don't know what time this game is, but when is their bye? Am I blind? I kind of just went into this assuming that this, oh, week 11 right here. I don't know why the Dolphins page is so messed up. Week 11 bye is pretty nice. So we're not catching them right off their bye, but they will be a little bit healthier than usual, playing the Texans and then at the 49ers. Tyreek, Jalen, I have to say that this is going to be a win though, just because it's Tua versus Herbert. If you ordered that way, I still like our rosters against theirs, and it's a home game, and it's Herbert versus Tua. I'm taking Herbert every single time. And then home game against Tennessee Titans. So we have a little mini home game stint. Let's see. Titans could be an interesting game just with how they play. Last year, I wouldn't have liked our matchup. So it looks like they play the Jags. I would not have liked how we matched up with the Titans last year. But nothing unusual for them. They have a... Bro, why am... They have a week 6 bye, it looks like. So that is good. They have a very early bye, and they're coming off of some decent games, but nothing crazy time-wise. But it is a home game. This one, I did forget that they lost A.J. Brown. Very, very, very winnable game. Looking ahead, though, I think very winnable game. I'm just going to say that we're going to lose it just because, I don't know, crazy things happen. We should win. Honestly, no, I'm just going to say we win this game. We should win this game. It's a home game. We're way better than the Titans are. Week 16, we play at Indianapolis. Indy is going to be interesting this year. They have a pretty decent roster, but it's all going to come down to Matt Ryan. Their bye is week 14. Oof. So, but it is a Monday night game. Is that true? Yes. Okay, so we get an extra day of rest, which is going to be very appreciated because they are coming off of not a bye week, but they will have had a bye week 2 weeks earlier, 2 weeks prior, and then they're traveling to Minnesota and then a home game against us. So Colts have to say a win. They have Matt Ryan, a decent roster, and it is a home game. And they are close to coming off of a bye week. See, that's the other unfortunate thing. I don't remember what day Thanksgiving is going to be on. I don't think that day. But we play on the day after Christmas. And we have an away game. So most teams are going to be able to spend either Christmas Eve or parts of Christmas with their families, but I guess the Chargers could leave early on the 25th. I think that's probably what they're going to do, is let the players spend Christmas Eve, so Saturday at home, and then wake up pretty early on Sunday and head to Indianapolis, because that's a pretty long flight from LA. But that's one of the other things I notice is players are probably not going to be too happy about away games on Christmas. And for the Chargers case, the day after Christmas, but they will be traveling on Christmas. So at least they should be able to spend some time with their families, which will boost morale a little bit. I'm going to say, and this one was also unfortunate because the Rams game, I was hoping that it would be technically an away game for us, just so that it was essentially a home game. We're still playing in our home stadium, but it didn't have to count as a home game. But it does make sense that the Rams would get to play the away game at their home stadium just because they are the ones who own the stadium. They have a very early bye, week 7. Rams have a pretty difficult schedule. Easy way to finish out the season against the Seahawks, but I'm going to put this one down as a loss just because it is the defending Super Bowl champions, and I could see us losing to them just with Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. If they're able to stay healthy with Cooper Kupp, I'm not really sure who they're going to have as receivers this year, though. Cooper Kupp, they traded Robert Woods, haven't brought back Odell. I don't even know if he would be healthy by this game. There's a possibility that he would be. Skoranek or whatever his name was, but he didn't seem insane. So I also can't remember who they added in the draft. I know they still have Tutu Atwell from last year, but I don't even know if he played, and I also wouldn't be scared of Tutu Atwell. But I'm still, just to err on the safe side, going to say loss, just because Rams are historically a very good team. And Sean McVay is a very good coach. But it is a little bit easier just because they are coming off of a pretty brutal post-bye week schedule with the 49ers, the Bucks. Cardinals aren't easy. Saints aren't easy. Chiefs, Seahawks are easy. Raiders, Packers, Broncos. And then the Chargers, that is a brutal schedule. And I could see us winning that game. NFL schedule. I don't know why the other tab just went away. So that we can see pull up the Broncos schedule. They should be this one. Yeah. So Broncos week 18 will be coming off of playing the Chiefs on Sunday. Is this game actually TBD? Yeah. So time is TBD. I think most games are probably TBD just so that they can flex the important or best games into the priority slots. We're also playing the Rams off of a Monday night game, which is another reason to possibly make it a little bit more difficult and make it possibly a loss. But Denver, they have a week 9 bye, and then you play Titans, Raiders, Panthers, Ravens, Chiefs. So definitely not an easy schedule. They have at the Rams, at the Chiefs, and then they get a home game against us. There is a very strong chance of this being a snowy game, though. This one as well in Indianapolis. I think that's, yeah, those are the only two chances that we have of snow games, though. Because, or no, Indy plays at Lucas Oil. They have a roof on that, so not a snow game. Mile High is definitely not covered though, so there is a chance of Week 18 being a snow game, which would be very interesting for the last game of the season. Hopefully, that game doesn't matter, and we have already locked up the division and the number 1 seed and a playoff spot. But at least Denver's coming off of a tough couple of games. Hopefully, this isn't a snow game. Even though Herbert would, in theory, play way better than Russ in the elements, just given their stature. So I do have to say that this one is a loss, though. So 1, 2. I don't remember if I said either one of these were losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 12-5 is going to be my final prediction, and I'm going to say that we win this game, win, 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 lose, lose, win, lose, win, lose, lose. Hopefully that's not how it actually happens. Hopefully we finish 17-0. But let's try and get 100 likes on this video. Since it is a Chargers video, this should do a little bit better than just my normal draft and NFL as a whole videos, but that should do it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.